comedian TK Kirkland, Gangsta Conversation, live on Cheddar Man Cave.
Yo, D, I'm looking kinda dark. You might have to adjust my aperture or something. Turn my audio up too, man. You know I like to lounge back in my chair when I kick it. Feel like Arsenio, Bill Maher, Stephen A. Fucking them sway with the cameras. Then I go hard. True reporter got a story from the fucking start.
Man Cave for Cheddar. That original hip-hop paparazzi.
Oh, so you went to school for this?
Hell, you see
that's
what
right, I
that nigga
remember that.
shit?
Damn, that's
I'll
right.
teach you some shit. I need to fix your mic. Your fucking shit gonna be hitting, making a noise. Reverb.
Sometimes that's super wild, like when you mix it up with your other footage.
You alright. You know what? You got a string. We can play right off the
How
string.
many years you put in school?
School?
For the learners?
Yeah, but I started out doing fucking carrying a fucking camera bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I was paying for it.
Wow.
With my own money.
Mm-hmm.
hiring a cameraman.
And then
I was carrying the
for
bag.
yourself.
And then one day he couldn't show up. I had to go to, you know what it was? I was doing, damn, rest in peace to, he used to do the mixtape awards.
I know
Justo, rest in
Right.
peace, Justo. I was doing the Justo mixtape awards.
right.
And my man couldn't make it. So I grabbed the camera, I just went by myself. I fucked up, but, you know.
Right.
But I had the best footage because I had more heart than anybody.
Right.
I was like, Common was in there, Game was in there. Motherfucker wasn't gonna tell me no to my camera. It was
That's
like,
right.
Psh, nigga, what? You say something. What you say, K-Slay? What?
Right.
You know, what you say, Diddy? What? You know, so I was running around up in everybody's face with my camera. Like, shit. And then after that, I was like, dude, I like this. I like
Nice.
this.
I like to see stories like that. Like he's
Hell
like,
yeah.
fuck them. I'm gonna do this shit myself.
So I
yo.
came back, the dude looked at the piano, I was like, damn, that was fuck. I see why I just made a whole bunch of mistakes. Like, all right, he gave me some pointers, so I was paying my editor. You know, he was the editor for Reebok, doing AI commercials. You know, but he's a black dude, lived in
Right.
Boston. So he was like, gave me some pointers and shit, sent me back on the road. I went to LA. I did Dub Car Magazine show,
Mm-hmm.
T.I. Fabulous.
Right.
I came back much more seasoned. And after that, it was like, all right.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
fam. It's like when I get ready to do my next movies, as my career goes, I'm doing 4 movies. I already know I got planned out. And I'm directing the motherfuckers because of what you just said. Like, even went down to my Netflix special, I had to argue with the guys because they was editing it the way they thought it should be edited. And I didn't like that. And what I've learned about me is when it comes to my brand, I want to be in control of it all the way to the editing session.
But you've been in movies, so you know what it looks like before, and you know what it looks like after.
Yeah, but if you're not the boss, you can't tell them how to edit it.
Yeah, but you know the process, so you can do it. That's what I'm trying to say. You
Yeah.
can edit because you know what.
Oh, now,
behind-
that's why I
you
got to be
understand
there.
that. Yeah,
I got to
you
do it.
behind-
You
got-
can leave that to somebody. You travel
Yeah.
around the world. You think it's gonna look the way that you want it to look, but people don't see what you see or think what you think. And when you see it, and even sometimes you tell a person what you want, they still don't get it to exactly what you want.
Nah,
Like with my
definitely.
Netflix special, at first the guys put a generic beginning. But the footage that we had in the car, I mean, it's like 12 Mercedes Sprinters, baby, Lil Wayne, all of us, and we was in the car, in the Range Rover, and we all following each other. But the way that looked in the street, turning corners, you know what I'm saying? The way we turn corners.
And he didn't get it.
And yeah, we got it. And then we sitting in the, at the, what's the record station, the studio in Miami everybody goes to? It's a big thing. So we down there having an interview, and Baby is just telling the world how he co-signed and that I was like the best comedian like ever.
Yeah.
Which is just it's awesome. Did Extasation. I didn't even know was a are we recording this?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know Extasation was a fan of mine. And that nigga was like, yo, TK Kirkland, you saw the thing when I sent it to you.
Yeah.
TK Kirkland. And that blew me away, yo. So the special was supposed to come out by now. Because remember I told you I was going to drop the album, the book, and the special on the same day.
Correct.
And then I realized as we was getting close, one, I worked real hard. I'm tired now. I couldn't have promoted all three. So I wanted to give each one its own lane. So we got the special. I mean, the album went #1 on iTunes and Billboard. Gangsta Conversation, make sure you'll get that. And then now I'm working on the book, but the book might take longer than I've expected because I really don't have the time to sit there. Like when I see people finishing their books, there you see my Instagram. I work almost every other day. You got to really be in one place for like a month, 2 months. I don't have that kind of time, you know. But when I do, I got 4 books planned out. I got the next 20 years planned out, God will, if He give me all 20. But I want one of my books, the one that makes me, inspires me the most, is a book I want to call My Paperwork. Now, my paperwork is about all the things I've done for people throughout my journey. See, because when I die, this is my thing. When I die, I don't want no problems with my paperwork. I want to get straight into heaven.
Your story.
Right, I want to get straight into heaven without no issues. I want to, like, Mr. Kirkland, we've been waiting for you. Your suite is available. I don't want to be held up because they got to review my points or review what I've done or make a decision on something that I did in it when I was a youngster. I just want to help so many people out. So my paperwork is straight. And on my rider is a bacon platter because I like bacon. So as they escort me to my room, I'm taking bits and pieces of bacon as I sit down and have this view over.
You got too much time on your hands.
Well,
you got too much time on your
I have
hands.
a creative mind.
Yeah, you do have that. How do you come up with all that shit?
You know, it just comes to me, fam. Yeah, I can honestly say it just comes to me. I go into the zone, and like I said, you'll see my gift really after I sign this deal after January, and then I will show everybody what I'm capable of on the next run. You know.
So I had a chance to see some of them emails. I can't talk about it much, but yeah, you on your way.
Yeah,
you on your way.
It's a powerful move.
But you've been. I would say over the last 12 months, I've been seeing that. You know, labels and the corporate industry. They've really been like, yo, TK, let me get a piece of this. Yo, TK, what you want? Yo, TK, you need an album. Yo, TK, so they after you. They on you. They on your tail.
And I like the fact that even though I've been in business 34 years, I really had to really be patient and wait my turn. And I've been tested on so many levels, from catching cases to niggas trying to kill me and not going after anybody on revenge. You know, I really had to make a choice because sometimes I had to look like a punk. Even though deep in my heart I wanted to retaliate. And I said to myself, which do I want most? Do I want the revenge or do I want success? And I chose success.
So I found out something interesting. I knew you kind of came up as an athlete, but you was a track star in Jersey.
Right, track star.
And you ran with Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis.
Who was faster?
Well, Carl Lewis was definitely faster, but the situation I was in New Jersey from 1976 to 1979, Snyder High School, that's the school I went to, we were state champs for like 8 years in a row, right? And we had the hottest track circuit in the world. Because Carl Lewis went to Willingboro High School. Then you had another kid out there named John Bailey. Then you had Trenton Central. Then you had some Cole brothers coming out of Philadelphia, Ben Franklin, Overbrook. And it was the time when Penn Relays was on a whole nother level. You know, now Penn Relays might get maybe 9,000 in April. But back when I was running, it'd be 180,000 strong. Wow. The whole thing. And one of the greatest feelings in the world about track, about Championship of America, you ran the trials during the day. And the fastest 8 times ran at 4 o'clock, and they called it the Championship of America. And when you're out in the streets and blocks away, you could hear the loudspeaker. and the man's voice said, "Ladies and gentlemen, these are the fastest boys on the East Coast." And you hear that echo. It's still to this day, it sends chills down my spine.
And you won some championships out there, right?
Yeah,
What you win?
I won the Melrose Games at Madison Square Garden.
Uh-huh.
That was an awesome event. Won a lot of huge races out in California once I went out to on my scholarship.
So when you went to California to run,
Well, I ran for Arizona State.
Okay.
Then from Arizona State, I got my master's at Cal State Northridge. See, a lot of people don't know I went to school. So I got my master's at Cal State Northridge. Shout out to CSUN. And that's where the journey after that, everything started going different directions, like, robbery.
Yeah, I heard you had an
confusion.
interesting roommate during college.
Yeah. Eric Von Zip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you
Now,
tell?
how you know about Eric Von Zip?
I got, man, I know a couple of folks in there, people
Okay.
like, yo, he's connected, man.
Right.
Could you, like, a lot of people don't know who, you probably know him as Zip, but tell them who
Right.
Zip is.
Well,
That's why I don't even know his name, I just know him as Zip.
Well, Eric Von Zip is, let's say what it is, one of the coldest hustlers ever came up through Harlem. And I always stay so low key that you never know who I'm connected with, so.
And he was your roommate.
He was my roommate.
Okay.
Bought a couple houses together. And we came up in this game and just did our thing. And then as I got older, I started going different directions. He started going different. But we always showed mad respect. His mom, his sisters, all of us are real close. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a documentary on him from my perspective because there's a lot of people out there that really don't know about Zip.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people who don't know that me and Zip is connected.
Okay, so could you explain who Zip is?
Zip is just
what is he known for?
Zip is known for really putting a lot of people on, really being a street hustler, a boss out of Harlem, And when to put it like this, he had like about 50 cars. Whenever we was in Harlem and we was going shopping, we would drive 5 blocks, get out the car, get in another car. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. But you'd be on the motorcycle with him. His philosophy was you sit and you sip. So when you got to the red light, everybody pour champagne and then you drive off again. He was just a bad dude. Yeah, a lot of swag, swag.
Now I know his name came up a lot in the Tupac stuff. The Tupac came
Right. But what I want to do, if you don't mind, I want to get caught up in that because I don't want to start putting that business out that way. Because I don't want the feds or whoever's still investigating that situation to come have a conversation with me.
All right, cool.
Thank you. I told him too much, and he doubled back on me.
I don't want the feds coming to Man Cave either. They can stay with
I don't need them looking for me, yo.
Bad boys, but that was interesting. Just the fact that you was, you do have that relationship. So,
Yeah. It's amazing. This journey has been a phenomenal, and it's really, to me, it's just getting started. Because people think I'm famous, but I don't look at myself as being famous. Like it's just so much more I gotta do. Like I just can't stop. I just gotta keep going, yo. I'm gonna stop when I'm 77.
So you got a new show out?
Yes.
Gangsta Conversation?
Yeah, new album. Yeah, new album called Gangsta Conversation. It's a comedy album that I really wanted to hit home. That's why I call it Gangsta, and it's conversation. It's still comedy, but it's a conversation piece, meaning you put it in your car and you driving, or you're on the plane, or you're on the bus or the subway, and you're listening to it, because I want you to laugh and think at the same time about owning property. You don't think you can make people laugh by owning property, but I make it funny. But why you should own property, how you should have life insurance, how you should make sure that as you get older, your life should get better. But I do that through comedy. Either you could call it street ministry, or you could call it just a OG dropping gems and all that kind of stuff. But that's the stuff that I want to do. And then what I want to explain about Gangsta Conversation, a lot of people are disappointed that it wasn't streaming. But I'm going to give everybody a lesson here, because this is what I like to do. Streaming is only good for music albums. It's not good for comedy albums.
Definitely.
Because music you can play over and over. Most people don't listen to a comedy album that much. So I had to go exclusive with iTunes. And I still went #1. I can't wait for the residual check
Yeah.
on that, right?
Uh-huh.
But I couldn't stream it because I would have lost.
Exactly.
And even though I thank God I still went #1, it's all about me getting that paper because it's called residual checks. And the goal is to create catalog for my kids. So after 13 albums, the checks coming in from that should be beautiful.
Let me give it up for that #1 though. You know,
Yes.
Congratulations, salute.
Absolutely.
You know, definitely.
Yeah, that was a lot of hard work.
Yeah. How's that feel?
You know what? People always say that I have a nonchalant attitude about success, and believe it or not, it's done. I'm really working on the next album already for October next year called T to the motherfucking K.
Yeah.
So that's the next album. I'll probably get a chance to enjoy it one day, but when I hear people talk about it, it's a good feeling.
So with this iTunes situation, does it make you put out more material? Is it forcing you to say, okay, let me go back and, work on something?
Well, what it is, I've been doing this for so long, I just have so much material. So I'd rather put as much out in this universe before I leave here so that, I always say to people, what did you give the earth? What did you give when you was here? What did you contribute to the world? So I want to contribute movies. I want to contribute comedy albums. I want to do my thing because I have been waiting for an opportunity since the 90s, even though I knew people, but we changed because of the internet. Put people like me who have a few dollars, you could do your own thing. You ain't got to ask nobody to do nothing for you no more. You could really put it together. And I believe in energy, so organically, things just really fell in my lap as from a spiritual point of view, because I think I had put so much work in. So now everything comes naturally more so than knocking on doors or asking people for help. And that's what I'm getting to now, hoping over the next couple of years I will eliminate all the people that to this day I have to still call and they don't call me back because it irritates the fuck out of me.
Give me an example. I don't explain that.
Well, there's some people I try to call because I'm trying to do business and they don't call you back. And they know I'm calling for business. Motherfucker, I don't know your family, so I'm not calling you to see how your wife and kids are. So we talk about money, situations here. So we don't call, because I'm an old head. I take it as a disrespect. I don't know what these young kids do. They're like, I'll get back to that person. But if you don't call me back, I take it as disrespect. But I have to learn to adjust my emotions at the same time because the world doesn't revolve around me, So
what's the callback time? If you leave them, if you call somebody, whether
if
it's
it's
24
business,
hours,
you should get back to a person immediately. Because the cold thing, we all keep our phone in our hand, unless we flying. And I know motherfuckers do this. So you see me reaching out, just get back. I'm quite sure whatever I gotta say it takes 3 minutes. Like my attorney tried to do that shit once, not getting right back to me. And I text him, I need me 2 attorneys. And ever since then, when I reach out, that motherfucker get right back. Because I ain't playing out here. I'm really doing what I got to do. And people got to get back. You slowing me up.
Yeah, nah, I feel you.
Don't slow me the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm big on communication.
Yeah.
Right? You got to keep me informed. Right? When somebody don't keep, because you can, your time is valuable.
Yes.
So you're slowing my time down.
Right.
So you're slowing.
And I scratch things off.
Exactly.
My mind is adjusted to, once that's accomplished, that's all, go to the next thing. Just like when I deal with money. But a motherfucker better not ever text a deal to me on a text. You got to be a man and talk to me and we negotiate. We go back and forth. Just like with my kids, I'll take care of them. But if you want something, you better not send me a motherfucking text. You better call either to deal with what I'm going to say, yes or no. But you better respect me. You don't send me no text. Dad, what do you think? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you.
Dad, we can order some pizza, right?
Right.
Hold on, you better call me. Pepperoni or not, huh?
Right. Yeah, it's about respect, yo.
Yeah, I hear you.
And we need to get back to that. These kids is just losing morals and responsibilities on how to be a man, how to be women. It takes us, like brothers like us. We really, every time we see somebody, we just gotta give them gems.
I see we got some PA out here in the audience. Can we question? You got a question back there for TK?
I don't really got a question. I'm just listening to what he's dropping. But I feel like to add on to that, I think we do gotta drop gems because it's rampant out here. It's bad. I was looking at a video of a kid that punched his teacher, and it was a black, but I mean, it was no reason for that. 13-year-old boy punching a female teacher at that.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? It's just out of control.
It's out of control.
And then I'm like, how people blame it on the crack babies or whatever, but he's 13. We ain't talking about the 80s and the 90s. He's 13. Like, I mean, what's going on in the home?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
you know, I don't really have a question.
Okay.
No, let's keep it 100. It's fucked up out there. And these young niggas sticking their dick in these women, nothing in them. They money ain't right. They ain't got nowhere the kid to go. You know, we chase ass so much, they don't think about having a place for the child to stay, having to raise. And then sometimes you having babies with the wrong woman that will haunt you for the rest of your motherfucking life. It's like a cancer. So I tell people, if you don't kick it with the right child, right baby mom, every time you see that child, reminds you of the mistake that you made. See, people's like, oh, I love my kid. See, but I see it differently. You're reminded of the mistake that you made for the rest of your life. It's like a jail sentence. It's a life sentence, yo.
When you start seeing the genes come out in that kid,
Mm-hmm.
that kid is acting like that person. Oh, yeah, that's the worst one.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Wow, she's thinking just like a mother. She's handling this just like.
Some gangster conversation going on.
It's
there.
gangsta
Yeah.
conversation. So every time I get a chance to put this out, it's important to me, yo. Because it's scary every day. I'm in New York and walking through Times Square and these black kids, I guess a white man wasn't mind his business, but I saw the rage in these kids' face, black kids. And they wanted to beat the man up so bad they was beating him up. And I was trying to stop it. And I said to myself, I got to stop getting in the middle of this. Because I'll fuck her. You know, that's how you want, people who are about peace and all that.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not the way I'm trying to leave here.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be in the
They
middle
be the one
of
that
this.
get hurt and be the ones.
And the way
like your
get
man in
hurt.
Chicago, he out here saving the brother in Chicago.
Yeah, that was bad.
He go to save, he a bouncer at the club.
Right.
They shooting at the club. He go grab one of them up and he get killed.
I heard about
so-
that, fam.
So yeah, like you said, a good guy sometimes
So I'm not doing
can
that
be in
no
trouble.
more.
Being a good guy. Yeah.
You know, it's
Gotta be
sad
careful.
that I have to be like that, but I'm not trying to be that dude that breaking up something and I get motherfucking hurt. There ain't no way.
You want to make it home to your family, right?
Right. I got to be home to my baby.
Exactly.
See, the thing about what the world has to see is that America is not our land. We are a guest. It's like you having your house and somebody come in your home and try to explain to you, oh, I don't like the way your paintings are, and why don't you move the furniture here? And we keep getting hurt. Sometimes I want to say we should just up and leave, but that's not the way it is. But white people have been killing since the beginning of time. Like if you do your research, you talk about Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Black riots in 1700. It's been generation after generation. The NRA won't stop the gun thing because they're too powerful because it's all about money, right? You got a fucked up president who is really about himself and he's fucking insane. And everybody's out for themselves. And it's just a bad chemistry of mixed thoughts. It's like a pot of gumbo with spoiled meat and piss and dirt. It's just disgusting.
So tell me this: is it a better place in the world?
Well, we don't know if it's a better place in the world because you really got to have luck on your side. Like some of these people who get shot by the police, you feel sorry for them. Like the gentleman who told the cop he had the gun in the car and the dude shot him in the car, and the girl was recorded on Facebook. Like the man who was walking in the highway, his car ran out of gas. He had his hands up, and the white lady shot him for no fucking reason. Or the couple that was at the toll, and I forgot what state it was in. Like 8 cops shot over 100-something rounds into the car and killed her and the guy. Just it's fucking sad. And I wish it could be a president that could come in there and say that pass a law that any cop that shoots an unarmed person, especially black, will get a mandatory 25 years to life. Now I was gonna start something like that. Then I realized how they hanging the kids out in Ferguson. A lot of people don't talk about it. The guy who was the thing about Black Lives Matter, they killed him, shot him in the face, and burnt him in the car in Ferguson. But they don't talk about that. You
Don't
know,
talk about how bad
then
it
the
was.
lady who's dealing with that, they took her son, beat him up, and hung him in the backyard. And to this day, I'm trying to figure out how you can hang your kid in the backyard and don't nobody see it. But I didn't want to make this
Yeah.
a sad,
Yeah,
a
you
sad
preaching.
piece.
So I got one more. Since you say these kids, right, they need to stop, you know, nothing to these women that we would say. What would you say is the key to the pull-out method?
It's not the key to pull out message.
So,
Your
like-
mindset and getting your money right. See, a lot of people are not qualified to fuck.
I'm saying, but if they're gonna be fucking, can you teach them how to use the
No,
pull-out
let's
method?
get it right.
Did they going too long? Should they come
No.
early? What is they doing something wrong?
You
Like
gotta-
teach them,
you know-
teach them like, you know, you got all the game. TK,
I'm trying to say,
you know,
before you even think about putting your dick in a female, make sure you qualify.
So if
See,
what if you qualify and you
watch
still
what-
don't want to have a baby? You just want to learn the pull-out method.
Well, here's the thing: if you still don't want to have a baby, make sure you get the morning after pill.
Okay.
Make sure you get the morning. I'd rather for a
That's
woman
some
take a
player
morning
stuff.
after pill than to be on birth control, because that's in your system every day, and I think it kills you. Morning after pill, one time, bam, you keep it moving. You know, and don't get me wrong, I'm nutted than women too. I know how good the pussy feel, and the sheets is cold. You know, you ever be fucking, the sheets is cold, you got the blanket on you. Oh, nigga, that's a beautiful feeling. You know what I'm saying? And the bitch is moaning and screaming and shit, and everything is just right, candle lights and shit. You got the street light outside. Oh, nigga, that shit'll make a nigga nut in a minute, yo. You know, bitch smelling good. Or you get one of them hoes that wrap their legs around you like a spider and squeeze you in and shit, you know? I remember one time a bitch told me, she wrapped her legs around me. I said, bitch, you gonna take care of these kids by yourself. I'm like, zoom. Them legs over some motherfucking fast. Zoom.
Shit.
Yeah, you're gonna take care of these kids by yourself. You gotta have little things to say to women, you know. I know one time a girl said she was pregnant. I said, I'm a pedophile. I can't be around kids. She said, why you ain't tell me? We could come up with all that shit. And then when you get my age too, you learn how to get dick control. Dick control is you pretend that you came. You go through all the sounds. You got to know how to. You got to know how to shake niggas. Acting. It's acting. You know, and a bitch really grabbing you, and in your head like, bitch, I ain't come. And then what happens later, right? And then what happens later, you find out if a bitch keeping it real. Will a hoe say she pregnant? And you're like, bitch, I ain't even nutting. That happened to me before, dog.
Yeah.
I ain't even nutting a bitch. And the bitch is talking about she pregnant. I've seen it in my eye. I said, hey, I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
I ain't coming.
Yeah, let me tell you a situation. Real story. One time I had sex with a chick, nothing the condom, throw the condom in the toilet, flush it, nothing sealed. I mean, it's sealed, no pop, no nothing. She pregnant, she come back, tell me I'm the daddy.
I believe it.
I bring her to get a blood test. Like, 2 years later, son, you know? Ain't no way. You know what it came back, right?
What?
You were not the father.
That's right.
She went in there, though. She went in there with me.
But you got some women who really are naive or
she was
just don't
naive.
keep their hoe count. See, when you a hoe, you got to keep books. You got to have proper books. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't be a hoe and not document shit down. When you a hoe, you got to actually keep a chart of who you fucking, when you fucked, and the time that you fucked, so that you can narrow it down instead of out here just guessing. You know, if you're going to be a hoe, take it seriously. Yeah, you're gonna be a hoe. Take it. You know, people don't take their profession seriously, Albie. You know, if you're gonna be a hoe, take it seriously.
So what's some serious things a hoe should do?
Get a checkup once a week.
Check up.
Yep. Keep your
The morning, day
Flagyl and
after.
doxycycline around because your pussy, stink pussy is on the rise. You know. Know that soap and water do not get rid of stink coochie. Carry baby wipes with you. and make sure your pussy is really fresh, because if you meet somebody like me, a pussyologist, there's only one of us in the world, right? As soon as a bitch take her panties off, I can smell if it's fresh or it's been tainted. So a girl one time was like, "Oh, you won't go down on me." And I didn't want to embarrass her because I want to say, "Bitch, your pussy smells tainted. I'm not putting my mouth down there." So she stopped speaking to me, but I ain't give a fuck.
So you told her that?
No, I never told her.
Oh, you ain't
I didn't
know
want to hurt
that.
feelings. Mhm.
So how you know? How do you know?
How to know her pussy?
Yeah.
Because you can smell it. You can smell it.
You can smell it.
Yeah, like I was getting ready to do it.
Uh-huh.
And I had to do, so you gotta be smooth.
That's sharp. It's a sharp.
Yeah, it's like you gotta be
a-
smooth about it, right?
Hit you
And
in-
another way, men, if you want to know if your girl pussy stink, if you got a car that has heated seats, turn the heat on the seats, and if it smell like fish fry, I'm just letting you know. Yeah, turn that motherfucker.
So what
seat
should they
on.
be? What should they be using to clean with? Vinegar?
No,
Apple cider vinegar?
one, make a nigga wear a condom, because niggas can't walk around dirty dicks. So when niggas nutting you and you didn't put a condom on, it's 9 times out of 10 your pussy gonna be tainted.
Ain't nothing she can do about it.
Until you go to the doctor.
And what she get when she get there?
Well, you can get everything. You can get STD. You can get a vaginal leakage.
Yeah, she get all that shit.
You can get yellow pus. So many things, yo. You know, green slimy shit. You can eat pussy and your lips swell up bigger than a bumper on a motherfucking Cadillac. It's crazy what's going on out here.
So back when you first came, you started comedy back with Eddie Murphy, like in the early '80s.
Right, it started in '85.
So when you like, what was that, lambskin? You used lambskin condoms back then?
You know, I'll be honest, I very seldom use condoms. But I was very careful who I fucked. Because I'm what you call a professional masturbator. You know, a professional masturbator is like, you ain't gotta fuck me. Like, you could be in the bed with me, but I really don't want no pussy, because I need to know where your mindset is. Now, after a couple of days, I might fuck you, but 9 times out of 10, you won't get no dick, because I know my dick game is just really on a whole another level. I'm really thinking about start charging bitches to fuck me, just to be in my presence. I'm really thinking about going that direction.
This is looking crazy right here, man. Yo, we live at Lace. Make sure y'all come out to mall, see TK
Oh, it's about to
Kirkland.
be on. Now, this is going to be aired in time for the people to see it?
We
Or it's
live
gonna-
right now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We've
Hey.
been live all night. We've
We
been
live?
live. We
Oh,
live.
shit. I'm out here thinking shit going to be edited. I'm thinking shit going to be edited and focused and shit. I wish I could see the question these motherfuckers are saying, because I know it's insane.
You just gotta watch them. You ain't got no comments. You just got people watching.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yo, but follow me at TK_Kirkland. This is the great IB doing his thing. A young man who just turned into an entrepreneur. He out here wanted it. Wasn't going to let nobody stop him. And that's what it's really all about. But I just did a lot of shit. You know, but everybody's starting to find out now, but I've been around here a long time.
Yeah. Shit.
Long time.
What was that, Jersey Drive?
New Jersey Drive, I was
Jersey
in.
Drive,
Yeah, I
yeah.
sure
Were you
was.
stealing cars when you lived in Jersey?
No, I left. I left in '79 in New Jersey, and that became an epidemic afterwards. Matter of fact, my brother got murdered stealing cars. That's how he died, from the police. Yeah, he had a criminal record that was crazy too. And he stole the car, but he didn't sell it. He kept the car and drove it around like it was his. Yeah, that's the dumbest shit in the world. God bless him. But he ain't gonna sell the car now. He would start washing the car. You know, this nigga wash the car, filling the tank up and shit, arm all the tires. Like he really paid cash for the motherfucking vehicle. God bless him. I love him. And many our family members saying that, you know, I'm not throwing my brother on the bus. It's just some real shit. I remember something talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, but we had some crazy people in my family.
Wow. Yeah, man. So tomorrow we can expect a great show.
Yeah, we're gonna expect a great
Definitely.
show, because what I like about promoters is that there's some promoters in the world that let the people come to them, but then you got promoters like him. He'll come to you, and that's what makes a great team. that you went out, you wasn't waiting, sitting back and, oh, get this, get that. I mean, I was with him just for a couple hours. We making stop like Domino's Pizza, like dropping tickets off, taking pictures with people, and I love that. And matter of fact, when we get ready to do our next special, when we come here and do it, right, we should do all that. Show us stopping in the hood, talking to people. I think that's real creative and it's real different.
We're gonna do that Netflix special in Boston at TK Kirkland.
Yeah, we gotta
Netflix.
do that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's real different.
We already talked about the setup for the show.
Right.
Yeah, we got a cold show lined up. Yeah,
Oh, you behind it? I already know.
Yeah, we spoke about it in the car a little bit. Yeah, we got
I'm
a cold
impressed with this
show.
brother.
This show right here be something really different.
Okay, I'm impressed.
This show right here be something.
I think we still recording it though, right?
What, tomorrow?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I think we still should record it just to have it.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, just to have it on file, and that way when what we do get ready, we just do what we did today, and there's a pickup, and boom, we can rock it like that. You know, I had the vocabulary right on that.
Yeah, you
pick
gotta
up, pick
up, drop it on. So yeah, that Netflix special coming.
Yeah, now the Netflix special, we had to wait because I'm bringing in on a partner on a huge deal on this, but it was worth the wait. So please wait. It's called Who Raised You, with Baby, Lil Wayne, XXXTentacion, and I'm really excited about the piece.
When can we expect that out?
It's going to be out next year. So I don't know exactly when right now, but it'll be out before the summer.
All right.
Yes.
How long is it? How long is it? You got a time length on it yet?
Oh, it's about an hour.
Hour?
Yeah, it's going to be an hour. Yeah, everything, you know.
It's the whole Who Raised You, though?
The whole Who Raised You.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I want to work in some new material along with maybe a little bit Who Raised You.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to phase Who Raised You out because it's such a hit and people love it. But I just can't be going around here 20 years talking about Who Raised You. It drives me motherfucking insane.
Yeah, they want to hear Gangsta Conversation, though.
Yeah, we're going to drop it.
I want to hear. I can't
Yeah,
wait
we're going to hit them with a lot of shit tomorrow.
Shit, it's #1 on iTunes. I definitely want to hear.
And #2 on Billboard.
Hell yeah.
It may not be there now because, you know, some people Google, but it debuts like the movie game. You know, when movies come out, #1, the next week it drop down to 2 or 3. Well, this happened 2 weeks ago, #1 and #2. I don't know where it's at now. Just in case people want to hold me to my word. Because people will do that. Oh, that shit ain't even the top 10.
So before we go, what's the worst date you ever been on?
The worst date I've ever been on? I've been on 2 bad dates. So I'm going to talk. One that I can remember is I took a girl out to Houston's, one of my favorite restaurants.
Okay.
We at the bar, we eating, and this is when texting really just started happening. So I could tell that the girl was really there for the meal because when you get older, you're well seasoned, you're experienced. I said, oh, this bitch want to text all motherfucking night. So we ate, I went to the bathroom, walked out the door, and left the bitch with the bill on purpose. Now, I didn't really mean to do it, but I guarantee you the day when she goes on a date, she won't do all that motherfucking texting. And that's all I want to do is just give knowledge and lessons to people that you don't do that, you know?
Did she text you afterwards?
Oh, yeah, she did text me. She said, oh, you just left me with the bill, huh? I ain't even respond. Like, bitch, you know what it is.
All right, that's what. What's the other one?
And the other one, after I fucked this girl up in Chicago, and I'm trying to go to sleep because when I nut, I'm a screamer. You know, I leave everything in a bitch pussy when I do nut, right? So I'm laying there, and I'm out the corner of my eye, I'm like, why this bitch ain't going to sleep? I'm like, why this bitch ain't going to sleep, yo? So I sat up, I said, what's wrong? She said, TK. I'm like, what? She said, you should give me the money for the abortion now because I'm pregnant. I just fucked her. The bitch was saying she was pregnant like in 5 minutes. I took her by her motherfucking arm and escorted out the hotel, yo, and made sure that security downstairs knew what was going on. So that was the worst day. So that's what has led me to where I'm in life now. The female thing doesn't really excite me, even though I love you ladies, whatever. But if you kick it with me, what you're gonna know about me is I'm a snuggle. Do you snuggle?
Yeah.
See, I snuggle. And all my hoes be like, TK, I just love the way you snuggle. You just squeeze me so tight. You know, they like, TK, you just screaming so soft. I said, yeah, bitch, because I heard you steal. That's why I hold ass tight. Every time I wake up, this bitch on the other side of the house. Bitch to the bathroom, to the bed. Let me wake up one more motherfucking time. And you on the other side of the house. Don't none belong to you on the other side of the house.
Man Cave for Cheddar. That original hip hop paparazzi.